Hey guys, welcome back to another exciting episode of Bowhunt or Die. Justin, you know, we try to keep things in order as much as we can. I mean, obviously this time of the year, everyone's out, everyone's taking their days off for vacation, and the footage is rolling in. But I mean, the deer were on their feet for Halloween weekend, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, we're gonna kind of rewind things back a couple weeks. Like Todd said, that Halloween weekend, going into that, we had some weather fronts kind of moving in and moving out, and good temperatures. The conditions were right, and you know, a lot of our guys were seeing big bucks up on their feet. I know I saw some good deer on my feet that weekend as well. So we're gonna check in with three people now. We've got Neal in Minnesota, and then we've got Clinton and Frank here in Illinois. So let's check in with these guys and see some great bucks.
All right, good afternoon. Today is October 29th. Beautiful day. I'm in southeast Minnesota, hunting in one of my favorite spots. This is my Uncle George's land. It's about 165 acres. And this is a first. I've been hunting here 4 years, and I've never had the corn down before gun season. And this year, with the dry weather and the good conditions, they got all the crops out. So I'm pretty pumped about it. I got a great little spot with a winter wheat field that I planted, just tiny little kind of a hidey hole plot, and then or winter rye, I mean. And then there's corn that butts up against it, and it's kind of on either side of a couple of big doe bedding areas. A lot of guys have been seeing bucks on their feet, bucks chasing. My buddy just shot a good buck, and yeah, I think tonight could be the night. Bow hunt or die. Just got set up here, and literally I put my arrow on my bow, turned the camera on, was gonna do an interview, and I just happened to look back and I see a buck fawn down below me, so I start filming him, and behind him an absolute giant buck. It happened so fast. I'm just barely getting set up. It's probably 3:30. We had to drive down today. Yeah. He came through right through this little hole behind me. He was about probably 43 yards, but he's quartering towards me. And that's not a shot I'm gonna take on any deer. It's just not smart. Oh my God, I'm shaking like I shot. Unbelievable. On their feet, 3 p.m.
All right, well, hey guys, it's October 30th. Just got off work. Unfortunately tonight, Frankie was not able to get off work to get here to go, so I've just come over to hunt a good south wind stand that we have that needs trimmed out. I didn't get all my stands trimmed out this year with the family stuff that we had going on, so my brother-in-law Ty's coming in next week. We're gonna have a lot of south winds, and I've got a great south wind stand that we've killed a lot of deer out of, and I need to get the path trimmed into it. You know, it's real important to have good access to your tree stands. This tree stand in particular, you can hunt it a lot because there's a big creek and a ditch that runs right out to the road that gets you in and out of the stand, normally pretty undetected. So that's pretty much my goal tonight. I'm gonna walk in there, take my time, trim everything out. I'm gonna go ahead and take my bow and the camera and everything. Not sure if I'll shoot one. It'll have to be pretty big. It is only October 30th, and I only have one tag left. But, you know, you never know what can happen. So I'm gonna go in prepared, but I'm gonna get going.
Finally got up in the tree, got everything set up. I think the deer are gonna move. I think there's a pretty good chance that the deer are gonna move tonight. I got in about 4 o'clock after I cut my path back in here. And just like I said when I was at the truck talking about good access, you know, this is the same stand I killed my buck out of last year and the same stand that Ty killed his buck out of 2 years ago. This stand has great access. There's a huge ditch behind the stand. I took my time coming through the woods, made sure I had our trails trimmed out, dropped down the creek, come over here, sloped the back side of the tree, got in the tree, and there was a doe about 25 yards. I didn't get the camera out and mess with her because I wasn't real concerned about it. Right behind her comes the nice 8-point. So I just grabbed my DSLR and I filmed him. It's only 4 o'clock, so I would say the deer for sure gonna put a big move on. He acts like he's tending her. He's heading down this way making some scrapes, so I'm gonna turn around, get the camera on him, and we'll discuss what's going on later. I'd say he was close enough, about 12 yards from the tree. Good thing Ty wasn't with me. I'm not sure what he's doing with that doe. I thought he was tending her, which he was. He stayed with her, but come right around here. And then when she went back across the field, she cut in the timber up here, and then he just decided after all that he's going to leave her. And he cut over to the next ridge and went on down in the timber. She obviously wasn't in heat, or I don't think he would have left her for sure. If he would have left her, he's an idiot. But good evening so far. Man, what a beautiful deer. I mean, what a beautiful deer. He makes it another year, you'll really see something there. Hopefully they keep coming. We'll see what happens. Just had another one come by. A nice 2 or 3 year old 8-pointer. I actually have been getting a lot of pictures of that deer that just walked by, and that was the deer that I thought the first deer was. Obviously it wasn't. But anyway, what these deer are doing is they're coming up this ridge. I'm in the back of this field, and with a south wind, southwest or southeast, it blows off the end of the field and parallels the ridge that they have to come up to get here. I could have killed both those deer coming up that logging road, and I've passed several other deer, big bucks, over the years doing the same thing. But that's something you always need to keep in mind when you're trying to choose stand locations is, you know, not always if you can get where your wind's blowing directly away from where you want the deer to come from, but can you get a stand where your wind is blowing parallel to them, because a big buck rarely will go with the wind in his back. So anyway, it's 5:15. We're off to one hell of a start. Hopefully I can get Cal Ripken or Bull Blackjack to show their face, and maybe I'll pick my bow up off the hanger. We'll see. What a great hunt. Hopefully these bucks hang around. Ty will be in town this upcoming week, and you can guarantee we'll be back here in the old gill stand, so hopefully I can get a couple of them to hang around. Split G3. He's gonna work his way around. It's November 1st. Climbed into the same thicket that we were at like 3 days ago. Same thing happened. Had a buck come up from the same spot, but he didn't come work the scrape like the other one did. The other one we passed up the other day was just a big 2-year-old. This was a shooter. We had a doe come in too, so I'm kind of thinking he was with that doe. But hopefully get it done today. My wife's going out of town for a week, so I got the kids. So pretty much my last day to hunt for a little while. Not real cold this morning, but it's November 1st, so you have to be in a tree. Hopefully we'll catch one cruising or chasing a doe. close to 145. 8-pointer with a split G3. Deer we got pictures of last week. He has him a doe, not locked down, but he just fallen her a lot. But we had him coming to like 2 or 3 times, and then a little buck ran him, turned the doe one time. Just wasn't one thing, it was another. Part of hunting, I guess. So just good to see him on his feet. I'd like to have seen him with an arrow sticking out of his side.
Well, Todd, let's start off with Neal up there in Minnesota. I mean, that is a huge deer. I don't care who's in the tree stand, but when you're Neal, I could see the camera work start falling apart.
He was falling apart
The minute
quick.
that rack came into the screen, Neal was probably losing it a little bit.
I have a feeling he changed his underwear after that hunt.
Probably. I know I would. It was a great deer. He's had a couple encounters with him. Got some good trail camera pictures of him as well. I mean, hopefully he can, I don't know, maybe there's still time to get a shot at that deer.
Yeah, now easy, Justin. Neal's gonna be watching this going, what? Come on, Justin.
Well,
I still got a chance.
Gun season now up in Minnesota.
That's right.
Things get tough, man, when the gun hunters come out. So next up, Clinton. Some more great encounters there.
Oh man, I mean, guys, that footage that he's laying down, watching that buck make that scrape, that chasing that doe, gosh, that is Halloween weekend. That's what we think about. Having them come in and they're hitting the licking branches.
Well, that's the thing I thought was weird was he wasn't even hitting a licking branch. He was just pawing the ground.
Well,
in
the
middle of nowhere, which I just thought was interesting. I've never seen a deer do that before, but that's definitely the activity you think of when you think Halloween weekend. Those bucks are on their feet, hitting that food source, right before dark, looking for does. And then Frank. That one hurt. That was a nice buck.
Very close. It's difficult when they don't do what you want them to do, right? At the end of the day, you just like, okay, we're in the stand, just come on, right here, 20 yards, and we're going to go home.
Yeah, and that buck's running all over the place. He was in there with those does. You thought maybe you were going to get a shot at him,
but,
and then lo and behold, the big white cow comes in and runs him off. Certainly makes you think twice about potentially shooting the cow instead, although we would never
did not say that.
Advocate that out there. But, some great hunts, great encounters, deer on their feet. Guys, as Clinton mentioned during one of his hunts, his brother-in-law Ty was coming home. For those that watched the show, you remember Ty from a couple years ago. He is active duty military. He doesn't get a whole lot of time to hunt. He takes a week off. He comes back to Illinois. And Clinton kind of takes a vacation himself from hunting to try to get Ty a deer.
And then to have Mega Giant step out.
Mega Giant steps out. Man. So guys, let's take a look. This is a really cool hunt.
So we made it into the blind. We ate our lucky pumpkin cake that Emily made for us. And I think everything is good to go. So now we're just going to sit and wait and make sure that the deer cooperate. They have a script they have to follow. And if they don't, they'll be in trouble. So hopefully they show up. But Clint does a lot of hard work, so pretty sure we're going to see deer. Be surprised if we didn't. So it's nice and warm in a black hooded sweatshirt and a big wooden blind. So wish us luck.
All right, well, hey guys, it's about 5 o'clock. We just got a text message a second ago that our buddy Josh rattled in a big deer, so we have not seen a deer yet. Pretty typical for it being so warm out, but it is a rut. We're going to get right on a shot if I can get my arms out of this box blind, so we'll see what happens.
Ripken. Are you serious? You said it wasn't him. I didn't want you to get nervous. Are you kidding me? Why'd you let me do that? You're kidding me, right? You're joking, right? I'm not joking. I wouldn't joke with you about it. Why'd you let me do that? Why'd I let you shoot a 165-inch 8-pointer? Because it's a big-ass deer. That's why you deer hunt. Because that's why we come out here and do this every day. Give me some of that. Oh, my goodness. That arrow did not penetrate far. No. It looked like a good placement. Yeah. But it didn't go very far. No. It hit and just stopped. Yeah. We didn't get much penetration. That sucker is thick. Jiminy Christmas. Yeah, I don't know. Let's watch it back. You son of a gun. I wasn't going to shoot Cal Ripken. Why would you not shoot Cal Ripken? I wasn't going to shoot. Why? Because you've been following him for the last 2-3 years. Did I get to sit here in this blind and film you shooting him? Yes, you did. Then how is that any different than me shooting him? Huh? How is that any different? Sorry, I just got quiet. Here comes another shooter. Too bad I don't have 2 buck tags. There, right in front of us. Where's your bow? I don't have my bow. He ain't big enough. Friggin', that's tomorrow's trophy today, buddy. Can we pull this door shut? That's my camera. Making this great.
So it's been 4 hours since we shot Cal Ripken. We're getting ready to head back in the woods and see if we can pick up a blood trail and hopefully find him. We went back to Clint's house and looked over the footage that we had, and it looked like we got liver and lung possibly. A little far back and a little low. So we're gonna go real quiet and real easy and see what we can find. So hopefully we'll find him laying at the end of the road. Alright, so we're back at the truck. We followed the blood trail for a little bit. It's for sure a liver shot, dark red blood. We found the arrow, and when the arrow fell out, the blood trail started to get real thin. So we have decided to pull out and wait and come look for him in the morning. He ran into some pretty thick brush, so we don't want to risk pushing him and bumping him. So we're just going to play it safe and come back in the morning.
All right, well, hey guys, just jumped back in the truck. It's the next morning after Ty shot his buck. I had to come into work, and we had to round up the troops. We couldn't meet till 9, so I just jumped in the truck, and I'm getting ready to head back to the farm. You know, last night we shot that deer. We knew it was a possible liver shot, but we thought it was far enough forward to get the lungs. After we got on the blood trail, you know, there was a lot of blood, and it was all dark red. We knew it was a liver hit. Now, with liver hits, we usually like to wait 4 or 5 hours, which we did. But, you know, that deer's a big deer. He's 7.5 years old. So we decided just to leave him. I'm not sure Ty was real excited about leaving him, but, you know, that's just the way it is sometimes. You're always better to back out. So he might look a little sleepy when we get there. But anyway, I'm leaving work en route to go find Cal Ripken.
Come down through, he's probably went 150 yards. He's bedded several times.
Where'd you find blood at?
Right there in front of you.
Up there, Nick. Look at the blood. You're closer to the ground. Might want to look over this log over here.
Oh my goodness. Holy smokes. Oh,
Might even be better than 160.
I think I am one blessed brother-in-law. That's what I think. I don't know what to say. This is the second big deer that I've been able to harvest in the last 2 years, 3 years. because of all the hard work he does. It's funny, I was just talking to Clint in the blind right before I shot him about the struggle of, letting deer walk and then somebody else shooting them. And Clint's been hunting this deer almost as long as I've known him. And for him to walk out in front of us last night, just unbelievable. And I wasn't going to shoot him, I'll be completely honest with you. I wasn't going to shoot Cal Ripken because I knew how hard Clint had worked and the time and effort he'd put in to keeping this deer on the farm and trying to get opportunities to get him harvested. And Clint had to lie to me, tell me that it wasn't Cal Ripken, so that I'd pull the trigger and calm my nerves and get me to let an arrow fly. But it's just, I'm unbelievably blessed to get opportunities like this.
When Sawyer passed away and Ty was home, we built that blind and painted it and put it up. And the first night of season, Frankie and I killed the deer we called Billy the Kid because we were saving him for Ty, and Ty had passed him up, and I'd said, I guess we'll just have to let Ty shoot Cal Ripken since I killed his deer, jokingly, because getting a chance at shooting a 7.5-year-old deer is once in a lifetime a lot of times. What a great day in the woods and a great night last night. So
I could be your brother-in-law, Clinton.
You could, maybe.
Well, I'm just saying.
I think he's already got one, though.
I'm just saying, to be able to jump into that tree, not tree stand, but be able to jump in that blind with Clinton. Who wouldn't want to be Clinton's brother-in-law at this point right now? I mean, man, when you see that mega giant come out and he is just, they're just panning along with him. Oh my gosh, dude! I'm sitting back in my chair going, oh, that is like the dream.
Yeah, that is definitely ultimate. I mean, for those of you guys that watch the show, I mean, Cal Ripken's a deer that Clinton's been talking about for years. You go back and look at, multiple years of hit list and encounters and trail camera pictures of that deer, and I think it says a lot about his character as a person. And he's not just out for himself, seeking fame and fortune and glory for shooting big deer. I mean, he doesn't care that Ty shot this deer, and that takes a lot for somebody to put that much effort and energy into an animal and then film somebody
we really don't know the behind the scenes. The Ty may be writing him a check or something like that. I guess we don't really know all the behind the scenes, but he's going to be indebted to him for a while, I have a feeling.
For sure. But I mean, just a couple things to talk about with that hunt. I think they did everything right when it comes to the recovery. The shot was a touchback. I mean, it looked really good, but you go back and watch it and you're like, yeah, it's a little bit back. Let's just do the right thing. Let's be safe. Let's come back the next day. They brought the troops out. They found the deer. They did everything right as far as the recovery is concerned. A great deer for Ty. I know Clinton and Frank have some other big deer that they're chasing out there. So it's not like this was the only one on the farm. They've got some other deer out there. So congratulations to Clinton and Ty. That was a great hunt. Todd, of course, that's all the hunting action for this week. So we do want to thank the folks that sent in their trophy photos. We're still getting a lot of them.
Oh man, and we're doing our best. We've increased the number of photos that we're putting in each episode, but keep them coming, guys. We love looking at them. We love seeing them, and we're going to continue to do our best to make sure that you appear right here on an episode of Bowhunt or Die.
Well, let's do it.
Aaron Schlaudecker,
Dirk Myers,
Kyle Casper,
Lance Davidson,
Shauna Call,
Wade Hackbarth,
and Zach Fritz. Hey guys, those are some great trophies. If you want to see yourself right here in an episode of Bowhunt or Die, make sure you submit your photo to our website or of course our Facebook page. With that being said, I mean, Justin, we have got a stack of bucks lined up for the future episodes. I mean, lo and behold, the man, the legend, as he always calls me, tags out. Actually, you know what? I'm sitting here filming. I'm like, man, what is that smell? Justin over here has got the cologne action going on.
If you're close enough that you can smell my cologne, we've got problems.
Well,
we got problems,
Graf. Like, I could smell the cologne. I'm like, oh, I'm tagged out. I'm like, dang, JZ's got the cologne going.
You're a weird dude, Graf.
I don't have my cologne yet because I still got a doe tag.
Well, so do I, but whatever. I'll shoot some
Trophy
more
does are harder to shoot than some of those bucks. We'll see if Justin can pull off a trophy doe since we're neck and neck, because I also tagged out too. So
Well, yeah,
we're
I mean-
neck and neck this year.
No, I got 3 bucks on the ground. You've got 2.
Don't worry.
The
I
last
still
time
got
I checked,
Wisconsin. I
that's
still
not
got
neck
my
and neck.
Wisconsin buck tag, guys. So it's not over till it's over.
We'll see.
Till
So
the
guys,
person sings.
keep tuning in. Bow Hunter Die. We've had a pile of big bucks hit the dirt here in the last couple weeks.
What
You know,
a year.
We
What a
had that
year.
warm front, the first couple days in November, but I tell you what, as soon as that cold moved in, about November 7th or so, 7th through the 10th, 11th, guys, the deer have been dropping like flies left and right. It's been a perfect conditions for hunting the rut.
Not a good time to be a buck, right?
No, definitely not a good time to be a buck out there running around. So guys, make sure you tune in. The next couple episodes are going to be awesome. A lot of big bucks hitting the ground. Bow Hunter Die.
For more exciting action, be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram and receive live updates from our team members as well as the latest happenings in the bow hunting and archery world. Be sure to share your photos, stories, and experiences as well. And don't forget to pick up your official bowhunting.com and Bowhunter Die gear by visiting bowhunting.com/gear. We have a full selection of hats, shirts, decals, wristbands, and much more. Let me get my new glasses and then we'll do this. Hey, buddy. How you doing? Tired? No. Whoa, that's cologne. Gets a little cologne action going on there.
Not behind you.
Oh man, you got something to talk about.
Like towards this way, like in.
God,
Get stuck in the car.
you pulling?
I'm trying not to go too.
Are you pushing?
Push it back.
Yeah.